back to Noun O'Clock live at the Noun Square. I'm Robot Fish Girl. We're watching the end of the auction for Noun 1261, the Mughead we got yesterday. I played some Cuphead last night because of this noun. If you want to check it out with us, nounoclock.live or nomo.wtf. That's nomo.wtf. They'll both take you to the same place. If you're joining us from YouTube or Twitter, don't forget to click the link in the description to join us on Tavern. Come over here, you can join in the conversation live, come up on stage, hang out with us here on voice. If you don't want to, that's okay too. We've got the chat, and I will be checking that, so don't worry. But if you do want to join out loud, you can. We've got 1 minute left on this noun, currently going for 2.63 for 0x4065. With that 1 minute, you can also pick up Nomo noun number 1261, this disco unicorn that we got yesterday for just 0.00069 ETH. That's $1.83 USD. 100% of the proceeds go to the Yellow Collective treasury, which goes to funding artists on chain in the Nouniverse and beyond. Speaking of the Yellow Collective, we've got 3 minutes left on that auction. Toady Hawk in the lead for the retro radio with the band shirt with 0.03. So if you want to outbid him on collective noun number 325, you've got a very limited amount of time to do so to pick up this retro radio. But in the meantime, there's only 30 seconds left on the nouns auction. Nounoclock.live or nomo.wtf is the place to be.
You went up a decibel or two there.
Yeah.
Got loud.
Sorry.
It's okay.
The radio voice.
Good day to you, madam.
Yeah. 5 seconds left, so it's too late for the bid to come in. And now it is time for FOMO. If you've been here before, you know what we're doing, but just in case you don't, give a thumbs up to nouns you like. Give a thumbs down to nouns you don't. If we get enough thumbs up in the first 2 seconds or so, that is going to be the next noun that's on auction for the next 24 hours, assuming it settles on time. We're still looking for a couple things. We are still looking for a pirate ship. I know we are still looking for a wizard hat, or like a weed or beer head, any of that degen stuff. I think that's it. CRT, vaguely. Because I know Nouns Esports wants more nouns.
I don't know if Oshi was still shopping or not. They didn't go after the last kangaroo.
Yeah. Well, pretty soon it'll be an almost reasonable time for them to join us. Again. Oh, that is so good! Am I the only one who thinks so? Okay.
I guess so.
Nice and clean.
I like the
red noggles for me.
Yeah, that's fair. This is
Banana
a bruised
pudding.
banana.
If it had like brown or yellow noggles, it'd be
Caramel. Then no.
That's all right.
We're getting
This
a
is a
lot of
hotel
this body.
save.
Body seems to be showing up a ton.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like that. I mean, it's appealing visually, but I don't like looking at the statistics of the Illuminati. That feels like not a greasy clutch. No.
The grease is a clutch accessory.
The greasy clutch.
It's good. The body. And,
definitely.
It's a pretty nice one.
That's. Are we
Like,
5 minutes into the show yet? Can I talk about how that sounds like the name of a particular? Yeah, we're 5 minutes in. That definitely sounds like a grovel. I'm sorry.
Surprised that didn't attract Brian Morris to the conversation.
What, the greasy clutch?
Yeah. Bit of a wrencher. Ooh, this is so. The multi-noggle.
Yeah. I mean, like, I see the vision, I do, but it's not, I don't know. This one, on the other hand, it's been a while since we've had a really good skeleton noun.
Terminator melting in the lava.
Man, I wore a skelly for a good long while.
It's a good-looking noun. I remember we minted a skull not on Noun O'Clock. It was we were. This was in the days. This was in the before times. When we were all just gathering in the Nouns Discord to yell about FOMO as it was happening. Not like on voice or anything. Literally just yelling in the chat in general. And we minted the skull that. No, that's a pretty good duck. We minted the skull that Barat picked up for some ungodly amount of money. Oh, come on.
This is fantastic.
It runs Doom.
Oh, jeez, how's it?
How can you not? It runs Doom. It's so good. That's it. I'm making all of you listen to the Doom soundtrack.
This is that thing we were looking for. Red eyes, red eyes, mushroomed.
I know we only voted down on that one.
Oh,
because,
wow.
Oh, I kind of like that. This is one of the Nouns plushes, but all beat up.
Those are orange. What?
It wasn't fast enough.
Diamond record. Yeah. Yeah, we do need to get it fast, so make sure to click fast if you're just joining us. Nounoclock.live or nomo.wtf. That's nomo.wtf. Make sure you're giving it a thumbs
Tracy
up.
Chapman. We need this fast. It's this fast car right here. Davin's not here, so I had to.
Yeah. Davin's not here, so you had to make this stupid joke?
Yeah. I didn't say it was a stupid joke. You said that.
Listen, I did.
Bears, bulls, and mooses, oh my. No comment.
I like
Oh
this
my
one.
god. This is happening.
I think we're getting this one. Oh.
What the shit?
Or not. Even Safety Society wanted that one, but
Why are they getting this one?
I guess we're getting a sunrise dinosaur.
It's been a while since we had a dino.
Gas has been pretty high recently.
I like this one. That's not bad. Listen, missing the noun that we all wanted to get, it could have been worse. And now it is time for Nomo. So if you're not there already, nounoclock.live or nomo.wtf. That's nomo.wtf. You're going to see all of these nouns arrayed in front of you. You're going to choose your favorite from among them.
Choose your character.
Spam click it with all your might. Every 10 seconds, half of them are eliminated until we're left with just one. That's going to be the Nomo noun of the day. There's a couple of really good ones in here. The greased up chainsaw is fun.
No, Toadie's on there.
Literally just Toadie. Do we want literally Toadie?
Toadie, pencil's good. The treasure chest.
That's sick. Clover is pretty fun. Make sure you've signed in with your wallet and you're on Optimism or your clicks will not be counted. And now, in 3, 2, 1, we're playing the feud. Let's go! I'll go ahead and save myself. Sparkly Brain is pretty nice too. Looks like we're gonna lose the sparkly ring. That beat, I don't know how I didn't notice it before. That beat is gorgeous. Okay. We got a beat, a chainsaw, Toadie and me.
Beat versus Toadie. Who will win? Who will lose? 3, 2, 1, fight! Toadie Hawk wins. Animality.
Hell
I
yeah.
was talking into a closed mic.
You absolutely were. I did an animality this time because those just got added to Mortal Kombat again in the new version,
Oh,
in the
nice.
newest update. But yes, for today's Nomo, if you want to check it out, 9o'clock.live or nomo.wtf for just 0.00069 Ether, $1.83 USD. That is considerably less than Toady paid for his version. And every single bit of that ETH goes into the Yellow Collective treasury, which you can see at yellowcollective.xyz. Speaking of, Toady picked up that noun too. Collective noun number 325, the Retro Radio. I'm not going to do the voice again because it's clipping my audio when I turn that sound on for some reason today. But I am going to settle this auction and see what we get for collective noun number 326. So I have settled it, and what we are getting is... Delayed it. There we go. Oh, that is so good. It is a minty robot chicken on a based background. Collective noun number 326. If you would like to pick this one up, you can do so at yellowcollective.xyz. Once again, that is yellowcollective.xyz. The Yellow Collective is an on-chain club devoted entirely to supporting artists in the Nouniverse and beyond. And artists is a pretty broad category. We don't just mean visual artists. We mean, traditional digital artists for visual. We mean musicians, singers, photographers, you name it. We'll probably commission it. So Yellow Collective, if you want to see more art happening out in the universe, this is also where our art contest budget for the Noun Square comes from. So you're supporting that as well. But check it out, yellowcollective.xyz. It's a super lively community over on Warpcast as well. And if you don't think that you can afford to bid on one of these nouns, not to worry. The Nomo nouns, every single one of them, is an entry into a semi-regular drawing where we give away a collective noun from the prize wallet. Every collective noun ending in 1 goes to the yellow prize wallet for us to give away to artists, to, anybody who mints a Nomo, a whole bunch of stuff. So constantly pulling from that. And if you want to enter into that chance, every single Nomo is a drawing. It can be 50 of the same one, or you can mint one of every day. It doesn't matter. They all are the same. So there's that. And with that done, Toady's actually here. So first of all, congratulations on your Yellow Collective win. Second of all, we minted you on Nomo.
Whoa, double take. I would never wear those noggles, though.
Seriously, he hates those noggles.
Yeah.
These
exactly
are the most,
what I said under closed mic.
These are the most acceptable of the multi-noggle. I hope Fatty's not here. He's going to be so sad to hear me say this, but yeah, not usually a fan of the multi-noggles. These are the least bad of the multi-noggles. The worst ones are the Florinoggles.
How dare you?
Oh shit!
How dare
This
you,
is like
sir?
this is the tavern version of "She's Right Behind Me," isn't she?
No, wait, I can just play
How
the thing.
dare you?
The showdown of the ages. Prof versus Toady.
The Florinoggles have grown on me only because whenever I look at them, I think of Prof, and I'm like, oh, she's pretty
Aw,
good.
isn't that sweet?
Yep.
I mean, these are ugly as sin.
I really wish I had seen that radio that you picked up from Yellow Collective. So good. I missed it yesterday. I
even tried to
totally
let people know, but nobody outbid me, so I'm not mad about it. It's a pretty good one.
I missed it. I would have totally outbid you.
Well,
I don't know why. I didn't see
don't
it.
cry about
But
it.
it's beauty.
That's how the blockchain
It's
works.
a beauty.
I'll sell it to you for 0.069 ETH.
I'll wait for another one. It's okay.
Go on,
here for
Prof.
like-
I'm
I'm only here for like 2 minutes, by the way. I just popped on to say hi. I gotta go get my son in like 5 minutes. But yo, thanks for minting a Nomo in my.
Yeah, we almost minted a really, really good noun. There was a laptop with a Doom accessory that we didn't mint, and then there was a volcano that had the band shirt and like disco noggles, and we missed it. Safety, whatever.
We got it. The block was too slow or something, and then safety tried and
didn't work, and this was the next noun. So we got lucky that we got a good looking dino. But we did
Yeah.
technically
So
miss the noun we
everybody-
were
Wondering
aiming
how
for.
that happened because I'm like, this doesn't seem like it was on purpose.
So everybody failed the task successfully. Is what you're saying?
Pretty much.
Yes.
Like, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I would have voted yes on this, but I don't like it as much as the one we actually voted yes on. Does that make sense?
Mm. No,
Sadly, yes, it does make sense.
Okay.
it does make sense, but I feel like it's more chaotic just to tell people no when they ask. Does that make sense?
Right.
Yeah.
But consider the following. I hate you.
I thought you were gonna say "f you."
By the way, the noun the other day, the fox, that
Foxy.
is so good.
Proud of
It
that
is
one.
so good. Oh my god, that's so good. Just had to shout that one out. It was a beauty.
It's really good.
Speaking
It's
of nounders, CRP Daddy called me a clowner today, and every time I hear that term, I forget that we came up with it, and it's pretty hilarious. I'm like, "Who are you calling a clown?" Oh yeah, we made that up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We did that. Don't. What? You know what? What is this? We, Kimasabi. That was not me. I did not approve of clounders. There are too many people out there with colrophobias for us to be clounders, even if it is an accurate description.
Does that
Just
make
have
you?
one
A-
look at my nose.
I think that makes you a clownderfish.
I'm upset that I found that funny.
Sometimes the
Yeah.
puns are painful.
That
Mhm.
one.
That
That one hurt me. That one hurt me inside.
And on that note,
Tony's like, and so my work is done, and just bails.
Them out.
another one.
Well,
He did his quota of puns, and now he can go.
yeah, you
I thought
filled it in
very
about 30
productive today.
seconds, and now it's.
Yep.
Remember when we
Doesn't
had a
make
quota
much.
of these?
By the way, make sure you keep an eye on the Yellow channel later today, and also my account on Warpcast. Jack and I are dropping a video all about Moxie. So if you're extremely confused or even just slightly confused about Moxie and how it works, Jack's been hard at work on a video that explains all that. Prof, I think you're going to like it. Maybe you can even amplify it for us on GM Firecaster, because I think it'd be a good one for you guys. Anyway, that's going out later today. So check that out. And also my new Firecaster VIP episode for the day is also going out. And do you want to know who it's on? I mean, if you subscribe to
Yes, please.
No.
subscribe to my paragraph, you already know because it's gone out, but I haven't casted it or tweeted it. Does Brett know? I feel like Brett knows.
I
don't know.
haven't looked.
I said no. I don't want to know.
Oh, okay. Well, can you kick Brett off the stage, please?
Oh, so when you do it, it's fine. But when Brett does it, all of a sudden it's a problem.
It's do as I say, not as I do.
Brett's like, he's right behind me, isn't he? It's Looney Tunes gags all the way down. Always has been. Always will be.
Listen, the day that we stop just reusing overdone vaudeville bits is
That's when we're just done.
we're just
Okay.
cooked at that point.
The
So
VIP of
who-
the day, the Firecaster very important person of the day is none other than Mr. Beanji.
Oh,
Good one.
nice.
Good
Love it.
one. And also, he'll be happy to know that I chose not to, in my investigative reporting, I made a decision not to include the SoundCloud that I found from 2014. So you're welcome.
I think you should have, because
I think you should have
funny as
too.
hell.
My SoundCloud from 2014 is out there. Everyone else should have the same
I couldn't
embarrassment.
make out if the songs that he had on there were ones that he'd worked on or just ones that he was resharing, and therefore I decided not to include it. If I knew for a fact that he had made them, 100% I would have put it in. But
I
Anyway,
mean,
it's out
send it to
there.
me. I could verify
Google is a
for you.
thing. Google is a thing, so have fun with it. Go check out Benji's SoundCloud from 2014. There were some good tunes on there. Anyway, that's not the premise of the article. It's more so about all his good work at Optimism, and I'm just waiting for him to do a fact check on it before I push it out. So both of those things coming out tonight. Gotta go.
So the
Bye.
SoundCloud deep dive is a B story, is what.
That's right. It's B-roll, and it's actually only for those who subscribe to Carlos's paid alpha group. So look out for that there.
Alpha. Hell yeah. All right. Well, go pick up your kid, and we're gonna actually get started on the agenda that we have for today, because there is quite a bit on it. So, speaking of investigative reporting, there's a call for journalists out there. Journalists here being used in a somewhat loose term. So, Ben Latsko is looking for people to get a chance to get paid 1K USDC to share Nounstown through your lens for the editorial series Through the Lens of Your Name. I'm searching for 3 individuals who will spend at least October 9th through 11th in LA attending all major Nounstown events, namely October 9th at Secret Walls, October 10th Brunch and Nouns Fest Animation Festival, and October 11th Surf with Sunny or Bagels and Builders, and visiting the park's studio. The editorial will be exclusively published on nounstown.wtf with all your credentials. Headline example, October 9th, Nounstown through the lens of Jess, you don't have to be a photographer. You don't have to be a journalist. But you'll have to take photos and write a blog post. If this is something you'd like to do, please reach out via Discord or DM on Warpcast.
And then he posted a quote cast on that one too, with a little briefing about it too. It's going to be a 1 blog post with minimum 600 words per day with your favorite highlights, a minimum of 15 photos, and you'll receive a camera and you get to keep the camera too. And then he has like the times when he'd like it submitted by each day. And then you'll be paid in USDC on base.
Hell yeah. It's pretty cool. So check that out.
I think it's cool that he's doing multiple people too, to get, a few different perspectives from what was going on at all the events, instead of, just having one person writing what they did.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I know my experience and Prof's experience is probably going to be pretty different.
Yeah, and my experience would be very different to both of y'all's too. Because I would be looking at it through nouns.camp, and neither of you like that front end. So
why? Why in the world would you look at it from nouns.camp?
He's waiting for more prop dates.
Yeah.
Refreshing.
Literally, you have to be at the place.
Live prop dates.
Looking at the yeah. I did send a message to Benjamin and say I'd love to be one of the people. So we'll see. But I think it's fun. I do think it's a really fun thing.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
I really like that. So if you are interested in joining in on that, please, if you are on YouTube or Twitter, we've got the links in the tavern. If you're already in the tavern, well, we got the links posted above. So check it out there. Next up, Noundry is got something out at the moment. They're looking for a dev to work on it. So they're having some minor technical issues, and they need someone to step in. DM Coral Orca on Warpcast if interested. Because, they're having some issues over on Noundry. I know that we have quite a few devs that come to the audience every once in a while. So if you are one of those and you're looking for work, Noundry is looking for you.
Maybe a star-shaped person. I don't know.
Yeah, somebody who's associated with starfishes, like Jer. Not. But yeah, no, check that out if you have not done so yet. Looking for talented dev to work on Noundry.
Yeah, I saw Tumlin was trying to put up the snake head proposal, and he was getting bugs, and it wasn't letting the images go through, and I don't know what was going on. And I think Volky's just busy with other Volky things at the moment.
Other Volky things is a pretty broad category, so it would make sense.
Well, yeah, so it could be a lot of stuff.
No, that's what I mean. He does everything. It makes sense that he would be busy. So, I mean, there's a reason Nomo Nouns still doesn't have the same nouns that we have on auction. So there is that. Nouns Esports is going to Serbia, which is pretty cool. So they did manage to qualify, and they're going to be in Belgrade. So bet boom. And it was rough. It was a rough game. They're not a rough game. It was a rough finals. They did go all 5 games. So it was a best of 5. They did go to all 5 of them. But they managed to do it, and so they're going to be they're going to be going to Serbia for that, which is pretty ridiculously awesome. There's also another tournament coming up in Romania for CS2, which is fun. And Mono posted about Nouns Beyond Screens. Apparently he went to Nouns Beyond Screens in Malaysia and saw it in person and wrote a glowing review on
These
Warpcast.
pictures are so cool. I want one of those tables.
They're so sick, right? I like how they have a little lip for the noggles so that, like, if you spill something on them, it'll catch. Like, these seem like great
Yep.
tables for kids.
And the shark, and do you see the voting keyboard?
What? No? Oh! The voting keyboard. Yes, no, help. Prof, have you seen this? I feel like you'd
What-
enjoy
I was like,
this.
no. I'm saying no, and I didn't. Yeah, I hadn't seen this.
It's go look at it.
Yeah,
Seriously,
I'm looking at it. I'm going to look at it.
yes, no,
Um,
help.
Yeah,
What's the rheostat for?
I like that table. That's cool.
Voting to 11?
No, I think that's a scroll wheel.
Oh, it might be a scroll wheel, huh?
So you can scroll
If
up
you don't
and
even
down
get
on
to-
a proposal. I
That's
love
funny.
that. I love that so much. I need to build. I'm gonna build one of those. Give me like a week. I'm gonna build one of these. I need to
The
buy
table
this.
is amazing. The table's amazing.
Yeah,
This-
the table's
yeah.
beautiful.
And they fit
So good.
under each other too.
Oh, that's wild.
I want them.
Yeah, I want one of those.
Give me the set, please. I would like this. I need.
That's pretty cool.
I love that. That is so sick. And then the Lego Slim Shady. I love these prints. And now it's Beyond Screens little comic book. That is so sick. Everything about this is so sick.
And it looks like I'm looking like behind it too. There's like stickers on that shelf, and looks like postcards maybe, and might be matchbooks facing the other direction.
Does look like matchbooks, yeah. That's so cool. And yeah, and Mono wrote a glowing review saying Vodes and N1 are great hosts, treated us incredibly. We chatted about nouns for hours. They have a talented team that cares about design and well-crafted stuff. You can tell just by entering the space. No video or image makes justice to IRL creative hubs like theirs. I left inspired and pumped knowing that this space exists. Awesome. Their recent prop passed, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Nouns Beyond Screens, the sequel. So we're going to be seeing even more coming up, which is exciting. Okay, there we go. Don't request and then unrequest when I go to click on accept for you. Well, speaking of screens and nouns, we've got Jack Wilds up on stage.
What's up, everybody? How you guys doing?
All right. You've got a
Damn,
video
Jack.
coming out pretty soon, no?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I realized that
Yeah,
I
I
can
got
say
two.
that
I
at
have two.
literally any day at any time, and you'd be like, yeah.
Well, no, because sometimes it takes forever. I will say this: the Moxie video that I finished after a 24-hour stint of editing is it shouldn't have taken that long. It was very difficult for me to find the angle on that video for some reason, so I went with the simplest one possible. And I also decided to do everything by hand, so everything is like cut at like all the animations and stuff is paper. But then I'm also currently in the middle of the Nouns Roundup for this month, which is exciting. And I really just wanted to say that the screen, like Beyond the Screen Nouns team, their stuff is awesome. And I noticed it in the last roundup that it felt like any picture I was showing, it did. I was like, there's no way this, like, it just felt cooler than what it looked like, even with what I was showing. I wonder how to really amplify their vibe. I think they're doing a great job at kind of figuring their own brand around nouns.
Yeah, definitely. It looks sick as hell.
Yeah, it looks really awesome. They rock.
I think the only way you can really, you would need somebody, like, I think you would need to, like, be there and, like, taking video, or at least get somebody who really knows what they're doing in terms of video to, like, go over and really capture it.
I kind of was hoping that they would do some more, like, not just cell phone footage of the space, but like a walkthrough, little,
like
a
an actually
bit more
produced.
Yeah, and it doesn't even have to be like crazy, but just something a bit more like, hey, like check it out, and then put together really well. Because it seems like it would be worth it.
Yeah, I think they should. I mean, I'll tell Votes. I'll tell him right now. Just be like, hey, get a good camera and go walk around so he can make a video about it.
Well, think of like the Nouns Deli stuff and that their teams, like they really are crushing the production side of things. I think they're currently, I mean, besides us, but my favorite team, like making stuff in Nouns. And I think lately their stuff has just been, it's been really cool, but they kind of have that background and they're around so many people who are on the production side.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it'd be easier for them to get there. Maybe Nouns Deli could do a a Nouns Beyond Screens Nouns Deli collaboration, and it's like Nouns Deli is just there to make a video. That would be hilarious. It'd be stupid, but it'd be funny.
Video and burgers. But wait, I'm not really exactly 100% sure. Is this a country? I don't know. See, I feel very dumb if this is like a no beef country. But I don't remember where was it Beyond Screens? I can't remember.
Malaysia.
Kuala Lumpur. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know where specifically, but yeah. I would assume Kuala Lumpur. Right?
That's it. It is. That was what was in my head. So if you said yeah.
Kuala Lumpur
That's
is
it.
in Malaysia, but I don't know
Yeah.
specifically what city in Malaysia it's in.
No.
I would assume Kuala Lumpur, but I do not know.
I'm pretty positive that's it based on my last video, but that was a month ago. So.
Right. And we don't, none of us have a memory that long.
Zero memory. Just zero.
Listen, when you're
I've
operating on a
still worked
24-hour
with it.
news cycle, 48 hours ago was a long time. I can hear Prof shaking her head. Her mic's muted, but I can hear it anyway.
I was on a different screen, but yes. I was.
I was like, the moment I said that, I was like, she's gonna be going. Ugh.
Jeez.
It is kind of true though. I feel like I've been running into this with the roundups as well. I originally started doing those like as a weekly thing, smaller videos, but it was so much easier. It was a lot easier to cover the things that happened during the week. as like kind of a weekly wrap up than it is to go back a month. I'm having such a hard time, and thank God for Maddie's newsletter. But even then, I like to try to find some of my own things as well, or things that didn't make the newsletter, or, you know, it's kind of different format. So it almost feels like in Nouns, sometimes it's like a month, not that much happens, but lately I feel like there's a ton to talk about, and it's monthly videos are hard. It's almost like the early stuff does better because anything a week old, people still kind of have. But if you talk about something a month old, they're like, oh yeah, I already forgot about that.
Yeah. And that's why one of the things that I think proposers really need to do, and it is not something that proposers should have to do on their own. I mean, obviously we have things like this, but it is difficult sometimes if you're a proposer to get attention beyond the first week of getting passed. You know, because you have to sort of come back, and that's why, you know, I tell a lot of proposers, like, reiterate who you are and what you're doing, because, like, yeah, everybody here voted on your prop, but I guarantee you nobody remembers it. It was only a month and a half ago. Yeah, and like,
And there's been 69 proposals since then,
Nice.
so we don't remember. Like, seriously, like the way they're coming in fast and furious, like I'm not going to remember last week's proposals.
I don't remember yesterday.
a lot.
I don't at
Yeah,
all.
it's a lot.
What is going on with it's proposal season, man? It has been nuts.
Well, since you ask,
well,
since you teed me up,
Gee,
lower
whatever
fork
could be causing
threshold
it.
is the only thing that's up right now. Lower fork threshold to 10% ends in 22 hours. It's not doing too well. 15 to 58 at the moment. It needs 105 to pass. It did.
Nounsel was going to abstain on it.
Yeah, Nounsel's going to abstain because it tied in Nounsel. Neck and
19
neck.
to 19.
Yeah. Which.
Wild. That's funny. Yeah. We've had a couple ties. We've had a couple ties lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a member of Nounsel as well, I feel like it is very divided. Currently, it's like feels kind of divided currently.
Yeah,
I think that's good though.
It's good though.
I do too. I think it is. I think it's really good.
Great.
It's healthy.
Yeah, it's much healthier to have some of these like this where it's not all yes. We're you know. So
yeah. If Nounsel ever turns into an actual two-party system, I'll start being worried. But
yeah, I don't think I have to worry about
that. The elephant trunk and Democrat donkey will be down the drain. Okay, I'm done. Will Rogers Follies? Anybody? No, just me. Okay, cool. And we've got, that is the only active prop we have right now. Lower fork threshold to 10%, but we do have 4 that are launching pretty soon. Claim ETH is coming up. That's just the second step to 639. We know about that already. Explore Nouns via nouns.world. My Good finally went up on chain with this. It's editable for another 10 hours, so if you have feedback, give it to him now. But it's basically, this is, in my eyes, this is the spiritual successor to nouns.center. And I really want to see it funded. So that I'm already... there's also like a journalism angle to it, but I'll be honest, I don't really care about that as much. I'm just interested in it for the upkeep of the site. Nouns Primary School. Finishing, furnishing, and painting. For anybody who doesn't know about this, the school in Uganda that Davin's been working on, he came by and he talked about it the other day, or maybe that was yesterday, I can't remember. Anyway, it ran into some construction issues. We've had a long conversation about this on the show, but to recap for anybody who missed it, or anybody who doesn't want to go back and listen to 45 minutes of talking about how annoying African bureaucracy is, the issue that they ran into is basically you need water to make a school like this run. For a myriad of reasons, you need water. And they dug wells, but the issue, first of all, the company that they got to come dig the well couldn't actually make it to the well with the equipment that they had, because the school is kind of in the middle of nowhere. it's it's not easy to access. So which is the whole point of building it there, is because they need the resources out there. But the first company could not get their equipment out there, but the down payment was already done, and like they did spend like a month trying, so they had to get an entirely new company to go out there and dig the well. When they actually did dig the well, what they found was that the water is exceedingly iron rich, which is not only undrinkable, it is extremely difficult and expensive to filter. And people are saying, like, well, why don't you just build a filter on site? Building a filter on site and running upkeep on it would be more expensive than pulling the water out of the ground, shipping it to an existing filtration site, filtering it, and shipping it back. That is how expensive it is to build one of these filtration sites for water that is this bad. So they need to come up with a new solution for it. The good news long term is that having water that is that rich in iron means that there is an iron deposit nearby, which could be very, very good things for that area in the future, but it doesn't actually solve the water issue right now. So that is where a bunch of the budget had to go, is basically fixing that problem. And now they need to do a little bit more on it. So it's requesting 128k USDC to finish furnishing and painting the Noun School, because they basically had to use the budget to make it viable in the first place. The wells were a big deal for this school as well, for the construction and everything. Without that water nearby, it levels up pretty much all of the prices, all of the costs. So, yeah, they've reduced what's going on there to a major degree, but this is what they need to just finish the work. Unforeseen circumstances, which happens. I've been in DRC for far too long to be surprised by this. But yeah, that's what this is asking to finish that up before they hand it over to the government. And then the government's going to deal with the water issue, basically, is the plan, once they have the rest of the infrastructure set up. Because this is a public school. They are building this for the sake of the community and then handing it over to the government to run the damn thing, so. And that's why it doesn't need any further upkeep as well. Once it's built, it's done. So yeah. So there's that prop. I wanted to make sure. I
remember looking at the first prop and going, "This seems like not enough money."
It would have been if the water worked.
Yeah, maybe. I still thought and I was like, well, at least first of all, in this country, it wouldn't have built the bathrooms. The first ask, like, wouldn't have been enough for just anything. But so I was thinking, like, maybe that's what's kind of coloring my view on the ask. But I also know that with any construction project, so it's good to know it happens globally, they always overrun. Like, there's always something that wasn't included that needs to be done.
They usually overrun. It's not always. I mean, I built an entire small village with 200 grand.
Amazing.
It's doable. If
I'm assuming not in the U.S.
No, of course not in the U.S. This is outside. This is on the outskirts of Kinshasa.
Okay, just making sure. But yeah, like, I think that I'd love to see this all finished, and it's amazing what they've done so far. So it's good to see.
No, you can't do anything for that much in the U.S. You can't even buy one house for that much in the U.S.
Yeah, not even close.
I want to be clear, though. The village that I'm talking about, I'm not talking about like corrugated iron shacks. Like, they were houses.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, pause. Can we do a spotlight video on you?
Why?
I mean, I feel like every time I pop in, there's more and more lore being built up that I feel like needs to be explored a little bit.
For real.
Some of it is me. Some of it is my dad. My dad is Florida man.
So like the original?
No, but he might as well be. And my mom's a Disney Imagineer, so you put Florida Man and a Disney Imagineer together,
Amazing.
you do the math.
And you get this, and it all makes sense.
Yeah.
Godfather's Jim Neighbors. And,
No,
you
my
know,
godfather's not Jim Neighbors. He was my voice teacher. My godfather was Roy Scheider. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, you have a wild backstory.
Yeah.
I
My-
feel like
Pretty
it would be
crazy.
fun
Jim
to
Neighbors
explore.
actually was my voice teacher for like a year, but not like officially. He just lived down the street, and I was there all the time.
come on, do your best Gomer Pyle. Or don't.
Absolutely the fuck no.
It's a role he hated. You don't know that about him.
No, here's the thing. Yeah, but my best Gomer Pyle would be like, to dream the impossible dream. Like, because I only learned, I learned about Gomer Pyle after I wasn't there anymore.
RFG does USO abroad. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I have. But no, that's yeah, no, Jim's I miss him. But no, he wasn't my godfather, he was my voice teacher. Roy Scheider was my godfather. I never met him. But
That doesn't make a very good Godfather, but hell of a guy.
well, I mean, he did
His
still make a hell of a
glasses were
godfather
rather
because
Nounish in Jaws.
without Roy Scheider, I wouldn't have been adopted.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so my birth mom, because I'm adopted, right? But my birth mom was Roy Scheider's babysitter for his daughter, who was like a year older than me. Because my birth mom was like 17 when she had me. And so Roy Scheider put my birth mom in touch with his lawyer that he had used to adopt his daughter in order to put me up for adoption when I was born. And my mom was the choreographer on Sequest. Adopted mom was the choreographer on Sequest that Roy Scheider was in. And so Roy
Yes.
put her together with the same lawyer, and it just worked out that I kind of fit all the criteria. And but they met with the lawyer, and they're like, "Oh my god, so when's the baby due?" 3 days ago. Oh. But yeah, that's how that happened. So without Roy Scheider, I never would have. My life would have been completely different. I never met him as a functioning human person, but he was there when I was born. There's an album of pictures of me in like minutes after birth, and they were all taken by his wife.
Just horribly thinking about that trash fire and imagining what if not for Roy, would have been a dumpster fire.
There was a domino
makes
meme
my-
of like
my
Roy Scheider
adoption
stars in
story
Sequest
pale.
2. What a great day to not be on fire.
Butterfly effect.
A flying
Oh my
fish
God.
flaps its wings in Japan.
Oh my god. But yeah. Well, actually, on a tangentially related note to what you were talking about, apparently you're not the only one, Jack, because I've been nominated by Humpty. I don't know what this is. Rehash a Web3 podcast. Apparently Humpty nominated me to get on this show. I don't know what this is.
Is that a
Um,
joke race thing where they like nominate you and people vote?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was nominated for that by somebody else too a while back, and I still don't really know what it is either. But I didn't win, so I didn't have to find out.
Well,
This
yeah,
is
I
this
nominated
one.
you for our
Submission
own
just
yellow
started.
version of this.
Listen, I'm down, but actually, I don't think you know about this. When we did our 1 year, my pitch for our like 1 year anniversary and like what was to have TNS team members on as guests to like talk about their backstory, both like within and without crypto. And like how they got like literally answering the question of why are you like this.
That's funny.
And I was gonna do the questionnaire, by Bernard Pivot. I know
My
Prof
favorite.
knows what I'm
I
talking
made a
about.
Nounish. I know. I made a Nounish version. Remember?
Yeah, I
Oh, I
know.
actually interviewed you,
You did.
didn't I? I did interview you. Now that I forgot about that.
Yeah, for Little
On,
Sisters.
Little Sisters.
Oh, on
Yeah.
like Milk and Cookies or Little
Yeah.
Sisters.
Little
Okay.
Sisters. Yeah.
Yeah,
we did those
what is your
questions.
favorite word? What is your least favorite word?
Yeah.
What turns you on? There's two versions. So the Pivot version is
I like the
favorite word, least
yeah.
favorite word, favorite drug, sound or noise you love, sound or noise you hate, favorite curse word. What would you like to see on a new banknote? And then, what profession other than yours would you like to try? If you were reincarnated by some other plant or animal, what would it be? And if heaven exists, what do you want to hear God say when he meets you at the pearly gates? And then James Lipton's was favorite word, not favorite. What turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally? What turns you off? Curse word, sound or noise you love and hate. Profession other than yours. Profession would you not like to do? And if heaven exists. I forget what the Nounish one was. Do you still have those?
I'm looking.
I'm embarrassed that I memorized
looking
both
right
the
now, and I
original
can't-
and James
I can't
Lipton's
find it.
version.
Yeah, that was impressive. I can't find where I saved it. That's what I was just looking for right now. I have it
I mean,
somewhere.
those are excellent questions.
Yeah, the
They're so good.
Bernard Pivot questionnaire is fantastic. I am a big
Really
fan.
good.
It's
For
really
anybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about, the main claim to fame in modern days is inside the actor's studio. James Lipton does a variant of the Bernard Pivot questionnaire at the end of every single episode, and so he does the questionnaire, the actor answers it, and then immediately after the questionnaire, they go into the audience questions where students at Pace, ask whatever they want to know.
I found it.
You did?
So we had, what is your favorite word? What is your least favorite word? What excites you creatively, spiritually, or emotionally? What kills your vibe? What is your favorite curse word? What sound or noise do you love? What sound or noise do you hate? What NFT collection other than your own would you like to own a piece from? This was because we had a lot of founders on.
Mm-hmm.
What NFT collection would you not want to own? And if heaven, afterlife exists, what would you like to hear? And I had enter your higher power here when you arrive at the pearly gates. Yeah, so basically the same, but I added an NFT question.
Got it.
And
I think I'd do the normal one.
Vibe.
Yeah,
and the
your
word
vibe
vibe.
instead. Yeah, added vibe, added NFTs. Basically the same as
my most hated noise beyond shark pickle cone.
Shark pickle cone.
That's funny.
We're gonna do an acapella round robin of that.
I mean, listen, I don't have to. I could play the real one if I wanted to, but I'm not.
Foil?
Aluminum
Really?
foil.
Aluminum foil is my foil. Yeah.
Styrofoam. Hate styrofoam.
Styrofoam.
Yeah, styrofoam's bad.
It's a similar sound to walking on snow. I don't like that either.
I definitely don't like that, but for different reasons. It's not the sound.
I like the
I just
sound
don't
of
like
walking
snow.
on snow. I think it.
I just don't like snow.
I don't like snow most of the time. It's fine when it just fell, and then 20 minutes after that, it's awful.
Well, it depends if you're walking in a straight line, because it should be fresh all the way along.
Clearly,
Okay.
we're talking about different. So I'm talking about snow in New York,
Yes, I know.
Yeah, that's
Instant
different from
melt.
Canada.
which turns into brown sludge within 30 seconds of hitting the
Gross
ground.
slush. Yeah.
But yeah, no. If you're not in a place where people are, then it's not. I'm also weird though. It took me like 2 years of college to realize I should wear shoes when it's snowing.
So when we do, when we have guests on to GM Farcaster, we have
Add
a
it to
lightning
the
round.
list.
We have a lightning round that includes the first question is when did you first make your first internet friend? like somebody you met on the internet who became an actual friend? And I always
Oh.
love that question because it's always really interesting.
Oh man,
So, yeah,
I don't even
it's a
know.
really interesting question. Yeah, you have to think about it, especially for the younger folks. Usually takes a little thought.
Probably RuneScape.
I have some. I have a question. I had a friend, or like, what you guys think about this? Our internet is kind of fleeting, but I have a problem with, like, I get connected to people rather easily, and I worked with somebody for like 2 years who really kind of like helped me get into the space. We ran a show called 60 Minutes, and that's kind of how I ended up here. He worked with TNS for a while. His name's Christian, but I feel like we were really, really good friends who I made completely on the internet. Then we had like met and worked together. And once he kind of got out of the space, I feel like we've completely fallen. Do you guys feel like internet friends are even more fleeting than what a IRL friend could be? Or do you think it's about the same?
Not the
I
same in
think
my
for me,
experience.
it's about the same. Like if you think about, how many of the people you were really close with in high school or college are you still that close with? Like you may still be in touch, but you're probably not, hanging out every day and all that kind of thing. And I think it's similar. Like when you
Yeah.
have things in common and you're on similar paths, you're going to be closer. And then as things change and you go in different directions, you're going to lose touch. And I feel like it's the same regardless of whether or not it's online or IRL.
Very
My
good point.
experience.
Very
Yeah.
good point.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm coming from too. Is like, and also, I mean, for me, most of my IRL friends are either people I've met through, college connections, or they started as internet friends who I have then, hung out with in real life. So I think that kind of helps. Where at least for me, because I'm terminally online, I don't really have see like a difference. Because even in like high school and college,